precious lovers! How are you? As you can see, I'm very excited to speak to you today. As usual. Anyway, I hope you're fine. I hope everything is okay for you. Today is a big day. Nah, I'm just happy. It's not a big day. It's not a special day. I'm just happy. Ooh, it's very dark like this. Are we? Like this is better. I think like this is better. Sometimes, you know, when you love video games, I'm sorry, you will hear my roommate actually speaking on the phone. So give me 1 second. I have to explain to him that I'm recording a video right now. And he's speaking a little bit too loud. 1 second. I'm back. Thank you. Anyway, I wanted to speak about something. Okay, this video is not prepared. I just want to speak about it with you. I know that now video games are very famous and people really enjoy it most of the time, but you know, you still have that small part of people who are still asking themselves why we love video games and what's the point of playing video games and you losing your time and messing around and you know, you have a lot of bad ideas about video games. Okay, first of all, to be honest, a lot of people used to say to me that if I was playing too much video games, I will become violent. This is bull. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry, it is. The thing is, if someone was supposed to be violent from the beginning, the video games is not gonna help. Or, I mean, it's you. You make the choice at the end of the day. Don't justify your behavior because of something else. You made the choice to be violent. Okay, first of all. Second of all, you can use video games to prepare yourself to do something bad. That's true. But let's be honest. Every time I wanted to slap someone so badly, for real, like when someone was messing around and doing stuff, like, you know those moments in your life when you're like, oh my god, I wish I could kick you right now without consequences. You know what I mean? This kind of situation. Every time that happened, I took my little PlayStation and I was playing Street Fighter. I was imagining myself, because I'm always playing Chun-Li, by the way. So I was playing Chun-Li against any other character. But in my brain, that person I was kicking in the video game was the person I wanted to kick badly in real life. And trust me, after that, every time I was seeing that person, I was still remembering all those things I used to do to the character in the video game, and I was like, you don't even know what happened to you. In my brain. And it made me feel so much better. For real, it made me so much better. Second of all, video games made me think about mistake and the fact that you're not sometimes you can't succeed all the time. Sometimes you try to do something and it doesn't work, right? But with video games, before I start playing video games, every time I used to do a mistake or something wasn't as successful as I wanted, I was ashamed of myself. For real, I was so ashamed of myself. I was like, oh my god, my life is a mistake. I'm always doing this, blah, blah, blah. You know, in your brain, you're always speaking bad to yourself when something happened a different way. And I was speaking to myself so badly. And when I started playing video games, one thing I realized was that actually video games are exactly like life, okay? You start a situation or a story or whatever, and you have a goal, right? You have to do something. Sometimes you will try one way and it's not working. Maybe you need a break, go back to do something else, and then when you come back to play the video game, you will find a solution and kick the boss. You will. At one point, you will. You will find a solution one way or another. If you need to see someone else playing the game and understanding that, okay, I'm supposed to do this, and you do it yourself, and then you kick the boss, that's how it works. And because of that, I started realizing that I wasn't supposed to be ashamed, because when you try to do something, the most important thing is what you learn from it. It's not the fact that you succeed or not. Like, of course, it's a good thing when you succeed, let's be honest. When you have success, you're like, anyway. But for me, it's like, when you realize that things are not happening the way you want, it's just that you have to learn something from it, right? And that's one of the things I really realized from video games, not from school. Because even in school, when you make a mistake, everything is made to make you feel like you're dumb. Even when you have to restart the same class because you didn't have good grades and stuff, they make you feel like you are bad. that's not how it works in life. In life, to be able to learn, you have to make mistakes. So the system of school makes you actually scared of trying stuff because you don't want to feel ashamed. You don't want to feel how you feel when you make a mistake. And this is how it works. And life is not like that. If you want to learn stuff, you have to make mistakes. And video games teach me that, baby. So this is one of the things. Like, you have to try, retry, and retry. Don't be scared to try stuff. And that's video games. Video games gave me that. So, and then the other thing that video games gave me is actually friends. Like, most of my best friends, most of the people who are still in my life until now, playing video games. Hold on. Sorry, for once someone was calling me. I have friends now. Anyway, the thing was, I had a lot of, like, my best relationships are from video games. Like, the people I'm still in contact with, I have been friends since, yes, coconut oil for my skin. Let's remove this. Anyway, all the friends I have and I'm still speaking with, they are like geeks, video games or computer. Like, they are in my, like, passion around video games. They like video games and manga, most of them. And that thing, at least for my generation, because when I started playing video games, like, I started playing video games, I was like 7. Like, I didn't have my own video games, but I started playing it, I was 6, 7. I bought my first, like, my Game Boy, I was like, Game Boy Color. Whew, I don't remember, but I was around 10 or something. So, like, video games was the thing for me. Like, I had to play video games because that made me feel so much happy and so close to other people, and I met so many handsome and badass people with video games. And when you play video games, it's easier to meet people, even for this generation. I mean, right now when you have like a PlayStation or Xbox or something, it's more easy for you to connect. Like, you're fighting against someone or playing with someone online, and then you meet each other 1 or 3 times, for sure you're gonna speak. You see what I mean? Like, you create relationship so much easier right now through those passions. And I can understand why some people who don't actually have access to those things and try to have a relationship can feel so lonely. Because for me, video games made me meeting and having some friends so much faster than anyone else, because you actually have a big connection. You have something in common. You see what I mean? Like, for me, like Street Fighter, so many friends I had at one point were playing Street Fighter, and I was like, yeah, we could understand each other. The love was there, and they also knew the struggle to be like, for me, for example, I'm a girl, right? And right now it's kind of better, but anyway, no, it depends. The problem is different. But when you used to say that you loved video games and you were a female, a woman, people used to look at you like you were a mistake or something, like that you had a problem, or like I'm not even going to make the list of stuff people used to say to me because I used to love video games. And then people start saying, it's just for a time, she's gonna stop. I mean, I'm still playing video games until now anyway. And that's the thing, a lot of people have a bad image of video games because they just focus on what the media speak about, what the image all the people have from video games. And most of the time those people don't even play video games. Like, you didn't try something, but you have your opinion on that thing. I don't get it. And so 90% of those people who reject people who like video games and stuff like that, they just focus on what some people think about it, and you don't ask to the people who are actually playing it what they think about it. You see what I mean? Why they like it? What is the goal? I mean, you have people who are actually having a career through video games, like working through that, having the best job they like, doing what they like, be independent and stuff like that. Esports and professional gamers, like, for them, it's amazing to be able to live your life and doing what you want and what you like for a living. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I wish I could be as good as them to be able to be paid just to play video games, but I'm not that good. Anyway, that's not the subject. But I don't know. That's one of the reasons why every time, like, even if I'm not I don't like Xbox that much. But every time you have a new launch of video games, like for PlayStation and Xbox, because they usually do it the same year as usual. Every time that happens, it's a big deal for gamers. It's a big deal because, I don't know, it's that happiness. Like, if you're not a gamer, you can't understand why people are crazy about it. But me, let me tell you, like, I already did the video about the PlayStation 5, so if you want to see it, you can see it over here. But I don't know if it's here or here. Anyway, but every time you have a new PlayStation coming out, like, I feel so happy. One part of me is a little bit sad because that means the PlayStation I have is gonna be on the side now. She's not going to be the #1 anymore. But when I see the new one, I'm always like, baby, come to the family. You know what I mean? So that happiness and be like, I'm gonna have new experiences and I'm gonna have more exchange with other people, because it's more and more easy to communicate with people with those video games now. So for me, it's a big deal. It's really a big deal. And yeah, and I feel like we have to try to understand each other without starting to judge. So I make this video most of the time, like mostly for, first of all, gaming people, gamers, like, we are in the same team, baby. I understand you, I see you, I approve you. And for the people who actually don't understand why people love video games, baby, I hope my video helped you. But video games for life. Anyway, I want to know which is your favorite video games forever. Me, it was Bayonetta first of all, then Devil May Cry, Street Fighter, and Soul Calibur. Then I have other video games that I love, okay? But those 4 ones, like, every time I have a new one coming out, I'm like, no life for 2 weeks, thank you. Anyway, let me know in the comment section which video games is your favorite one. And oh, by the way, I was forgetting something, guys. Wait a second. I have a YouTube channel. Now this is the thing I'm going to do. On every single video, when I have someone I like who's doing YouTube with amazing videos, I'm gonna put the link over there. This guy, Demiga, maybe I'm not pronouncing the right way. Anyway, I will put his name on the comment section and the link to the channel here. His videos are amazing. So if you like gaming video but you like to laugh with the, you know, the black people joking kind of things, you see what I mean? So this is for you, baby. This is for you. Like, every time you put a video on, I'm laughing like crazy. Like the last time I was in the train, I started laughing. Like, I wanted to cry so much. Like, I cried because it was so funny. Anyway, if you have nothing to do, you don't even need to look for another of my video. Check his video. You're gonna laugh because he's an English speaker, so his English is on point, the video are on point, the editing is on point, he's amazing. You have to watch it. Anyway, guys, have an amazing day, have an amazing week, have an amazing month. May the craft be with you. See you on the next one. Chew!